know it's around here somewhere, this bottle dump. I've only been here once before. It's when I got this this beautiful cerulean blue glass piece. I have the actual dump where there's bottles galore. Most of them are round. They're not really usable. Oh, here's one. Oh, that's really thin. Might be able to use this for a point, but it is very, very thin. A lot of these old ones are really, really fragile too. As soon as you even pressure flake, they crack. S. Harris, King Street, Sydney. Old medicine bottle. That's a cool piece. That was inside. That's a beautiful flat piece too. Light blue. Actually, I believe that's the same colour as this. Ha ha ha. How cool is that? Off the same bottle. I'll make your second one with that one. This blue one's going to be a beautiful piece. What a way to spend the evening. Out bush, flint napping some old glass. While we're on the subject of flint napping, I remembered on the walk back here, we've got some old footage from about 1.5 years ago when ASI, the company, went to Western Australia. We visited a guy called Glen Archer of Mookaite Jasper fame. Mookaite Jasper comes from one place on earth in Western Australia, and he's the guy that mines it. So have a look at this footage. I hope you enjoy it. This is a new material Glen started to stock. It's very similar to Mookaite in pattern, but the colour is actually a nice pale pink, and he describes it as opal as opposed to Mookaite. And I can already see I've quickly flaked off a little piece here, and it actually works just like obsidian, quite glassy, very, very easy to flake. It's not quite as hard as Mookaite. I think this is going to be really popular in the future amongst nappers, especially US nappers, because this is the only place in the world where you can get it. Like a silicon carbide slurry. Okay. Just grind some work flat, a couple of different phases. Like 2 days on this, 2 days to grip. And then that goes over on that one over there. And these weights are just like just to grind a bit faster. Look at that. That is so awesome. So technically trying to get as much done as like shipping cut off for America is the beginning of November. Oh, okay. Like obviously when we're away mining, you know, none of this stuff's running. Yeah, and so we only cut and polish, you know, when you're home and can't see anything with that. Yeah. Nice. That's fantastic. So how long does it stay in there for? Well, like 24 hours on a coarse grind, like an 8-inch drip. Yep. Take them off, so like I put them on like this morning, I have these little lights. Then they go back on for another 24 hours on a real fine grind. Take them all off, wash them again, let them dry out, and then a day over on that polishing. That's like a dry aluminium dry polish, so a day on there. It's still dull around the edges, and like by this evening that'll be all, you know, mirror polish. I'd always wondered how it was done.
really to into the business wholesale.
Wholesale here or these?
Well, yeah, everything's for sale. Well, not everything, but yeah, like this is it's not a shop or anything, but you know, I'd occasionally have like Martin last night. Bought a bit of stuff from me. You know, cool. 20 years it's sort of mate. But,
this slight off-white coloured Mookaite's got a little bit of lilac into. Absolutely marvellous to nap. It's, to me, it's halfway between the dark red Mookaite and a pink new opal version of stone he's got. Wonderful stuff, absolutely wonderful stuff. Now, I'm just using a hammerstone I picked up off the road, and this stuff's napping really, really nice. Well, I was playing around with some of the bases off these old bottles that I found. There's the final biface that I'll begin the final point with. That's basically come off something like that. What you want is the thick part at the base. But for anyone watching this that doesn't know what flint knapping is, certain stones a flake will break off if you strike it with less than 90 degrees in a conchoidal shape. That means the shape of a shell. So, you know, stones like flints, jasper, chalcedony, Mookaite Jasper, stuff like that, if it's struck properly, you'll get flaking. You've probably heard of obsidian as well. That's quite popular. That's a volcanic glass, and glass that you get off bottles reacts the same way. It's very easy for beginners to start napping. So for anyone that hasn't tried flint napping, give it a go, because it's really good fun. You can create some beautiful stuff. I'm going to change the camera angle here to get a nice close-up as I do this bottle. But you can see already that's I haven't even really done any final stuff, and it's taking shape. Beautiful white walnut. Ooh, that was a nice one. Can you see that? No wonder you can see that one. Oh yeah, there we go, in the reflection. See that flake? That's what we want to aim for, to go all the way across the piece as far as possible. And we do that both sides. Alright, let's have a go now at getting some flakes. Now that was not a bad run on that one. You can see the flake there. Yep, you can see on the camera that's showing up. That's what you're after now, from each side all the way to the middle. And then we can, once it's, you know, cleaned up reasonably well, we can start pressure flaking. I think any viewers there on YouTube will probably get the gist of this. There's lots of how-to videos out there on napping, done by a lot better nappers than me. So if you really want to get into it, watch some good stuff. There's quite a few good nappers out there. One of my favourites is Mike Cook from the States. He is an absolute master at pressure flaking, so have a look at some of his stuff. That's coming along nicely. So a couple of minutes, we've gone from an old bottle to a really nice biface, and that's going to be a beautiful dark green point.